Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope you're all having a great weekend.
Um,
It's been actually pretty nice here. So we got Lisa in the chat. Hello, Miss Lisa. We got Willie. He's picking up leaves, so he'll be a little late. Of course, we got Daryl up here. Delisa was the first, though. Hi, Delisa. Got Lucky in here. How you doing, Lucky? Thank you for stopping in, bud. Appreciate it. So
yeah.
yeah, the plan tonight was to do a live from the shop, but I've been out there. Uh, most all day. I went to the grocery store and stuff in the morning, but yeah, my feet got cold. So once my feet get cold, I'm done. So I had to come in, but we will do one. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Ben.
All right, we'll be here. Hey Andy Lawn Care, how you doing? Or I'm sorry, Lawn Tractor, how you doing? Oh man, but yeah, I mean we've had really nice weather this weekend here. I mean, it has been real warm, mid 40s, lower 50s, but I'll take that over the snow we had earlier this week. So, hey, VA lady, how you doing? Thank you, dear, for coming in. Hope everything's going well with you.
Hey,
So,
Rio.
but hey, Nate, how you doing, bud? And seeing Nate come in here, I give kudos to Nate for that little VW bug bus that him and his brother got going. That that was very impressive. Even though it was one cylinder, you know, can't help a stuck valve. But yeah, uh, I kudos, man, kudos.
Speaking of
So,
stuck valves, I thought you'd had to have a smaller valve compressor with that than you was using the other day on that video. So that's
oh,
why I
I've
posted that in there. I thought it was
I've got three or four different kinds of valve spring compressors. Um, uh, that one just happened to be the one I grabbed. That's my newest one. It's not real heavy duty, but it's designed to do overhead, in head, or not in head, but overhead valves and stuff. Worked really slick, you know. So, like I said, it's just the one I grabbed. I've got ones that are, the specialty ones that go down over the valve spring for doing the overhead valves, and the old scissor style ones.
yeah.
Uh, it just, like I said, that just happened to be the one I grabbed to use, and I don't use it very much, but I mean, I think it's like 15 bucks or something like that on Amazon. Why not? We'll use it.
Yeah.
The only drawback about it that I don't like, and I forgot about it, was the little T handle that you twist it in with. It don't have no keeper ball, so if you don't stop that thing in the right position, that handle falls out and hits the floor. Then you got to pick it back up. So,
Now,
so
you might have had to figure out where it needs to go and before you start using it, and take a flathead screwdriver or chisel and flatten it out on both sides so that the handle won't fall out.
I just took a little bit of painter's tape, put a couple wraps around the handle, and it kept it from
Yeah.
falling out. So, because you can't leave the handle in it. There's no place in the box for it.
Okay.
That's right. Look.
My gas bill always comes in that I've used less than similar homes and everything else, but I also keep my thermostat set between 67 and 69. You know, very seldom do I ever put it over 70 degrees. It's got to
Why
be.
you telling me I could get no energy efficient car? This is hilarious. I'll have to post this somewhere. I have to do a YouTube video of it. That is funny.
Sorry to hear
Oh, sorry to hear that, Lucky. Everybody send a prayer out for him and his family. That's rough. So, but yeah, you know, excuse me. yeah, my like I said, my gas bill, and I usually try not to turn my gas on or my furnace on until like the 1st of November, but we got that snow, and it got down to like 63 degrees in the house, so that's a little nipply to get out of bed and put your feet on the floor in the morning. So
Yeah.
we turned her on.
I mean, we got down to 22 the other night down here, and now all of a sudden it's back. It's supposed to be back up in the 70s this week. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, inside the house it was 63.
okay,
So,
yeah.
so yeah, outside it was below freezing. It was like 23 degrees or something like that. But yeah, I had to turn the heat on a few days early. So I'm I wasn't feeling the freezing to death thing at the time. So, but um, I did find LP conversion kit for my gas furnace that's in the garage. So now it'd be easy to go out right after work and spend a couple 2-3 hours out there in the evenings or after work. Uh, the used oil burner works great. It just takes a long time to heat that garage up with it. Because I use such thick steel and stuff on it. It takes a while to get that heated up. And by the time it starts blowing out hot air, good hot air, starts heating the garage up, it's almost time to go in. So uh, I've been kicking around the idea of doing an LP conversion on that thing. And when I checked on it a year and a half or so ago, the parts for it, I just didn't feel that it was economical at the time. But I had one of the HVAC guys at work look the parts up, and he found them for the orifices and the gas regulator kit. It's like $53 for it. No big deal. And then the regulator for the tank, I'm just going to use I got a couple 40-pound LP tanks. Um, the regulator for that's like $15 and a 25-foot hose. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. At least that way I can get out there and you know.
Well,
So
that's about the way it is with my wood stove. It takes so long to get the shop warmed up.
mhm.
By the time I'm by the time I'm ready to go in the house, it, it's just now getting warm enough in the shop to be out there. So,
Yep, that's my wood burner did pretty good. I could get pretty decent heat in about half hour 45 minutes. So if I like as soon as I got home, went out, got a good roaring fire going, go in the house, make some coffee, get a snack, go back out like a half an hour later, it was starting to warm up. Um,
mm,
that the used oil burner, I mean, it uses very little oil, and I mean it gets hot, but like I said, I use such thick steel on it to get it hot enough so it starts radiating out good heat. It takes about an hour, so hour and a half. So, ooh, lucky. Ooh, they hit a power line with a bucket. That's not good.
no, it's not.
That's probably one of them freak accidents, That yeah. Oof. I I give like the tree trimmer guys and all them guys that work in them around the power lines and all that kind of stuff. I give them 110% respect, man. I don't like playing with power electric, myself. So
Yeah, all the
um,
trees cut away from the power line.
I had a friend years ago, right out of high school. He got into the power line business, running a big high tension lines, working on them, and yeah, he did it for about 15 or so years, and then he actually went to a local power company deal. He said he got tired of climbing them towers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it on television where they climb them super duper high towers. It take them like
Yeah.
8 hours, 6 or 7 hours to get up there to the top of it to change the light bulb on it.
Oh yeah, I watched the one video. The guy he climbed the highest like it's a TV or radio tower or whatever it is in the United States. Two guys, it took them all day to climb up to change a light bulb at the very top and then climb back down.
Yeah.
And he gets paid very well to do that.
Yeah.
So, welcome
Oh,
back,
well,
Ben. Hi,
hello.
Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
Mr. Jeff.
Oh, I'm doing better than I was this morning.
Oh,
Was you not feeling well this morning, Jeff, or what?
No, definitely not. Last night was really bad.
You're not getting sick on us again, are you?
Well, I hope not. I think it had something to do with the hamburger. I had a tractor pull yesterday.
Good possibility. Very good possibility.
Yeah, I went all the way up to Otisville up there. It's like an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
Waited until the pull was supposed to start at 10. It didn't start till 11 or so.
Right.
I waited all day till he got to 1200 class, which is after 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But by then I was starting to get cold and shit. I said, this ain't good. My phone says it's supposed to be 59. It don't feel 59 right now. And I look at all these people walking around with short sleeve shirts on thinking, I'm getting cold.
Yeah.
But I took the short hood up there.
How'd you do?
Let's just say it was fucking embarrassing.
I've been there.
Well,
my very first pulling tractor I ever built, I didn't know anything about building them and belt drives and all that kind of stuff. And I did know you had to put you needed a stronger spring on it. And I went out and probably 60 feet out, I burnt the belt right off that bastard. So, yep.
Well, I put it across the scale. It was 1375. So I pulled the weights off the back, which I should have never did because I had in the back of my mind, this isn't going to pull worth the shit without the weights. And the little bars I made in the back to hold the drawbar so it wouldn't pull against the lift. I made them for the other tractor. So when I put them on this one, there was supposed to be like a 13-inch hook. I measured it this morning. I was down like right around almost 8 inches. I said, well, that probably didn't help me none.
No. No, you want to be at the top of that range that they say that you're allowed to have. That puts the most down pressure on your back wheels. If you're the lower you go,
that's what I figured. The way it went out, it just stopped dead. I said, I didn't even think about it. But it was too late then. It's like I thought about 2 o'clock. I was sitting there looking at it. I said, I wish I would have made another set of holes in these bars. I could move the drawbar up. And it's like, I ain't got nothing here to do it with. Let's just hope something good comes of it.
Well,
but 1200, I was watching these guys, Huh?
Go ahead.
Well, I was watching all these guys, there were like 5 or 6 in the 1200 class. And I'm watching with tractors like yours. They're standing them right up trying to get going. I got to say one thing. That little Kohler never once even started the lug hardly. It just picked up and went, but it went about 50 feet or so, and all of a sudden, that was as far as she was going to pull.
Yeah, if you could get some down pressure on them back wheels by lifting that hitch height and getting it in close as you can to the center line of the axle, that gives you your best chance of making a good hook.
Yeah.
The further you're back from the center line, it makes more of a pivot to pick the front end up, and the lower you are, it'll actually pull down on the front end instead of lifting up and getting all the weight on the back wheels for traction.
Well, that's the only downfall I had is using the 12 bar. It actually hooks up like in the center. Got like the 2 bars that are like a triangle, a bolt on to hold it in the front. and it's just got the one bar at the back that holds it from going up and down. So I figured I ain't got nothing to worry about there. It definitely ain't gonna pull the front end up because it's actually pulling in the middle. But
Right.
you know, being not quite 8 inches, I'm sure I was pulling down on that fucking sled instead of pulling up on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You got to use the pivot of the rear wheels and stuff to your advantage.
Yeah. And you got
Well, I'll say one thing: I was impressed. That thing when I come off the line, it hardly even grunted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching these other guys; they're winding them up to the top end, and they're standing them up. And some of them, it's like it take them a couple seconds to get rolling and shit. This thing here never. It was almost like it never knew it was there.
Right.
But then I loaded it up, and by then I wasn't feeling that great. I was sitting there freezing. And I loaded it up, and by the time I got it on the trailer and stuff, it's like, you know what? Let's get home. And I come speeding back down back roads of New York. When I got down to about 84, I was doing, it's kind of a little windy road. I was doing like 55 or 60 the whole way, all the way down to 23 here coming home. And by the time I got home, I backed in the driveway, and by then it's like, you know what? I don't feel good. I'm going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour later, I woke up and I ran in. I driving the old porcelain bus for a little bit, and then it was like after that, I started getting, I couldn't stand up and stuff. I
Yeah,
let
could have.
Bosco out at 1 o'clock. I didn't even know what time it was. I let Bosco out, and it's like he didn't want to get up. And then when I got out in the kitchen, I seen 1 o'clock. It's like, oh, okay. So I let him out. He peed, come back, and when I was going back across, I made it to about the living room, and I had to crawl over to the couch and laid on the couch till like about 4:30 or 5 o'clock this morning.
Was your sugar dropping there, Jeff? Did you check your sugar at that time?
Yeah, it was 2:30 just a little while ago.
Okay, well,
But
I
I
mean,
figured, well, it's either real low or it's off the wall. But it's like that's not bad. It
yeah,
ain't great, but it ain't bad.
yeah, but if it gets down to about 70, 60 or 70, it gets too low. If it gets too low, then you'll feel like that. You feel like you can't. You don't know
Oh,
which way is
I
up.
get like that as soon anytime it gets down underneath 120, I start getting like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll it'll work. I've got a few times that I've had to get up and come in here and eat something just to make it go up.
Well, I notice every now and then I got to get up at night and I got to have like a shot of water, wait about 10 minutes, and then have another shot of water, and it kind of helps.
Hey, Uncle Marks and RNG for
So you
home.
had what you're missing? All the fun of being old?
Yeah. Hey, RNG, how you doing, buddy? Uh, Congratulations on RNG. He actually started his own business, doing the side by side repairs for the CF motos and clutch kits, and I mean just all kinds of stuff. He's kicking it. He's doing awesome.
Good deal.
Yep. So, but yeah, probably a combination of maybe the sugar and the cold temperatures, and I know there's times that especially in the fall like this, if I go to the night pools, I'm usually not one to get real cold. I'll get chilled, and then I feel like crap the whole next day, and so
Well, that's the whole problem. Once I start getting cold, it's over.
yep.
And I'm walking around with a shirt on, my big Power sweatshirt here, which a couple of years ago when I bought them, they were great. I could walk around out there when it was like 20 degrees out, but them days are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had my bibbies on today with a hood with a pullover underneath, And my body wise, I wasn't cold. It's just by the end of the day, there towards the evening, right before supper time, my feet started getting cold, and I'm like, nope, we're shutting this down. We're not going to do a live stream from out here tonight. When we get things going a little better, we'll start doing some live streams from out there. But for right now, yeah. So, but
Hey, Daryl, you want to
yeah,
hear some good news?
What's that,
Yeah.
sir?
My foot's still getting better.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Well,
he's just working on trying to get this. He's actually just trying to work on getting the skin to grow over it right now. It's like it grew it in from underneath. Now he's trying to figure out how to do it so the skin will grow over it. He said, he don't want to put my foot in the cast. He says, because that's going backwards with me.
yeah. Well, I mean, my dad had a big sore on his toe, and they never could get it to get it fixed. So it's a good thing now. I mean, it's a lot better these days than it was 30 years ago. Well, they know a lot more about grafting skin over stuff like that.
I don't know how many they've done of them there. They last about 4 or 5 days and they die.
Is they using that cadaver skin, or is they using your skin?
I don't know. They've had a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, we had a friend right down here. He had a bad place on his leg, and they kept putting that cadaver skin on him, or that fake skin, and he ended up got he got lucky, and they actually took some skin off his butt and put it on there. Now he's well now. But wow.
yeah. I hope that was a mistake. Thank you very much. If it wasn't,
Chad, is my good friend Lisa in here?
Yeah, that will definitely go towards the pulling tractors and stuff. I really appreciate that. I'm yeah.
I guess he just got a big thing, huh?
Yeah, he got RGM put about $100 on.
Holy crow! Tonight, your lucky night, Ed.
Yeah.
Sure, it was a big thank you, RGN. Even I mean, I know the head can put it to work. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Well, get yourself together. We don't want to see a grown man cry.
I'm not crying. I'm just I'm just speechless. I'm not a gift receiver. I don't receive gifts very well. But
if it doesn't,
I was never big into taking gifts either, because usually when I get them, it's somebody else's junk that didn't work anymore, anyways.
Yeah.
So is Lisa Hand in there tonight?
Yeah, she's here.
Hi, Lisa Hand.
Yep.
I gotta say hi to her.
I appreciate it. There, RNG. Y'all don't have to do that. Thanks, man.
Hey, it's good to help a brother out every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Ant's getting Spanish ads now.
How do you guys get Spanish ads on these streams? I don't get them. I get them before it.
Yeah. I guess we're not looking as looking at the YouTube side there, Jeff. So we don't we don't see the ads. I mean, at least they get played through. Because I mean, I'm logged in over there, but half the time I'm over here on this over on StreamYard, or sometime I'm over on the other. So
I can only see the Yahoo or the YouTube chat over there.
yeah,
I
okay.
don't have the whole thing popped out. I'm watching it on StreamYard. Hey Roadrunner, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Um, but um, yeah, I'm still speechless. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm still trying to figure out how to get StreamYard or YouTube, get one or the other off so I can watch this on the big screen and see the chats. I don't know why they both run together at the same time all the time.
I've
uh,
been I've
but
been noticing that lately, Jeff. I mean, my eyesight. I got to get to the eye doctor and get checked out because I'm about ready to have to start bumping up the doggone
Oh my.
the writing side of things.
I
Why,
just
you need a
noticed
pair of
Friday.
these, do you?
Yeah, I reckon I'm gonna have to get me a pair.
Well, I just noticed Friday at work, mine are starting to get a little scratched up, so I need to um, uh, get a new pair. Hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for
Hey,
stopping
Scott.
in.
Well, you're not supposed to drop them on the floor and kick them around, you know.
You know what? You know
It's
what Scott said he's gonna do. He done went and bought him up one of them things so he can get on parachutes behind the boat, and they water ski him till he gets up and lifts him up behind the boat, and he's gonna be parachuting off the back of the boat, parasailing or whatever it is.
yeah, uh, yeah. RNG. Being a creator is hard work, and you have definitely put the work in. I I've watched you from way back when you know you were small, and brother, you've put the work in 24/7, and you continue to do it, and put out excellent content. So you know, uh,
Mm.
kudos to everything that you've accomplished. Okay, Roadrunner. Yeah. So, but
Uh,
yeah,
I went to the doctor there for a checkup there, and he's happy. He said, "Well, it's nice to see you're actually doing what you should be doing again."
yep,
I
yeah.
didn't get that good report there the last time I went. She
No,
scolded she scolded me. I told her, I said, "Well, my pens. I'm about to run out of them, and when you're poor, you got to, I went through the company to get refills, and the they ain't sent me no daggone refills in about 6 or 7 months. So
oh boy,
I mean, I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got, but
I hate
she's
the gray ones. The gray ones, you got to use so much of that they don't hold up. They don't last at all. It's like you're constantly getting a new one out for them.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that stuff. Knock on wood, I never do. Um, uh, Hopefully, with changing my diet and eating habits and stuff that I may never have to. So
You don't know what you're missing, Ed. It's just so much fun to dab yourself 4 times every day.
Yeah.
It gives you something to look forward to all day long.
I hate needles as it is. So if I had to do it to myself, it probably wouldn't happen.
You don't have to go. There's places you can put it that you ain't got to look. Just jab it in your belly.
I
And,
I had an EpiPen like thing for migraines, sudden onset migraines and stuff, and I even hated that thing. And I couldn't see the needle or nothing. I just put it against my thigh and pushed the button. I even hated that thing. So let's see here.
well, I'm not
Here's
trying to
Cajun.
say. I'm not telling you
Hey,
what to do or
Cajun.
anything, Ed, but I think RNG deserves to get at least a blue ranch.
Yes, he does. I was thinking that, and
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Cajun.
Hey, Ed,
what's up,
Harold,
hey,
Jeff.
Cajun?
Hey, Jeff. RNG.
Hey,
What, 5 of us in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
we got room
So
for 5 more.
That's right. You're with
yeah.
the TV. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yep.
So yeah, the new shop looks great, man. I've been watching that. I wanted to get over for the grand opening, but things didn't happen that way.
It never does. It's all good. Everybody gets busy. We had 120 people that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been watching the TikToks and the Facebooks and the all everything.
Yeah.
You're pop every time I open something, you're popping up, man.
Right.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere.
Yeah. It's blown up for me, man. It's crazy.
Oh, it's awesome. You well deserve it, man. I know where you used to work before you opened your own garage. You deserve your own shop.
Yep. Yep.
You know. But
Yeah.
I almost did get a hold of you. I had that head off.
Uh-oh. He freeze?
He's stuck.
Yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah, he was
froze.
stuck.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
You
You're
were
not
for
on.
2 seconds.
Close for a second there.
Oh,
You said something about head, and then that was it.
oh, sorry. No, I had that head off the Cub Cadet. I think it's a Commander.
Yep.
Um, the guy actually the timing chain jumped on it. I found out the story. The timing chain jumped on it, come up, bent the valve. Um, he's putting a new timing chain and all that kind of stuff in it. So he asked if I'd be interested in it. I'm like, if you can get the motor out of the machine. And he's like, well, I don't know if I can do that. I'm like, I ain't got room for no 6-seater side by side here in my shop.
Right.
You know, I said, if you don't mind it sitting outside, I said,
Yeah.
I'll do it. He's like, well, I really don't want it sitting outside. So
Somebody cut the chain and take off with it.
yeah, not so much that. It's just the weather.
Yeah.
Sitting out in the weather.
That too.
I got plenty of room, Ed. So if you ever need any, let me know.
Definitely. Hey, Willie's back. He's done doing leaves.
I can't see the chat.
Hey, Willie.
There we go.
My brother just bought a Honda. I don't even know what model or everything it is. He went from a 4-wheeler to a side by side. So
Yeah.
well, his side by side was getting not beat up, but it had some internal engine noises that he didn't like, and he's like, I'm too old to be riding a 4-wheeler anyways. I want something I can sit down in and have a bed. So
right. I'm getting ready to build a motor and a side by side, but I'm having problems. Companies don't want to work with me to make me some pistons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want you to have like 100 of them made.
Well, they told me 12 at 150 a piece, but they don't. It's Chinese, and they don't want to. Yeah, if it was a Honda or a Yamaha or they'd
Right.
be all over it, man. Getting parts made for these things, nobody wants nothing to do with it because it's China.
That's true.
What's
That's
the
why.
part?
Hey, Boneyard. But
What's the
yeah,
part?
but I had I had I had it zeroed down to Polaris or a CF Moto, and then I started thinking. I said, I better stick with something I know I can get parts for. That was
If you get a CF Moto, I can get you the part.
Yes, he can.
That's all I do. That's all I do is CF Moto. I don't do anything else.
good deal.
I stock. I have a 17,000 square foot building full of CF Moto parts.
Damn.
Yep. It's the custom parts that I can't get.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's like the I want to put another V twin together this winter, but the parts aren't coming down in price any. Matter of fact, they're going up. So I
Yep.
either need to get off the pot and buy the pistons, or keep paying more and more for them.
Now you're talking about custom parts, or are you talking about like a chrome plated custom or custom?
I'm talking about
like
high
built?
compression pistons.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
Yeah, nobody wants to. I contacted Wiseco. They made me a Wiseco dealer, and then I started talking to them about it, and they're just not really on board with it. They
Well,
want
they
me to
make
buy.
high performance pistons, but for what though? That's the thing.
Yeah, for the CF Moto, because I'm tearing down a V twin.
Oh, okay, because I used to use Wiseco pistons when I was racing sprint cars,
Me too. Yeah.
and that's who I dealt with totally for 5 horse engines and go sprint car engines, 5 horse Briggs, and man, you couldn't tear them little pistons up,
No. And Wiseco's close to us, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I told them, I said, man, if y'all work with me, I'll bring you a whole motor. I'll buy a brand new motor.
Yep.
And I'm trying though.
In fact, I got a hold of them not long ago looking for a 4 horse Johnson outboard piston,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have anything smaller than 9 and 15. They don't have anything smaller than that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, that sucks about. Backwoods.
Hey,
Backwoods.
Hey, Backwoods.
But yeah, I use diamond pistons in our V twins. They're the ones that they already make them, So
Yeah.
it's actually a motorcycle piston. I think it's from a motorcycle or something close. So it's nothing specialty, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But-
we
Well,
ran alcohol. Also, we ran alcohol on them little engines. So
if I have
was
to, I'll shave a head to get my compression, but I was really hoping for a forged piston.
right.
Yeah, it's easier to put a piston in than to do head work.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna bail out the boat here.
Okay,
Oh,
Jeff. You feel better, buddy.
Help you feel better.
All right, Jeff, take it easy, bud. Do you have a mill in your shop?
Mm-mm.
No,
Not
or yeah, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, we have a mill over here. We can mill heads down. But I tell you what, the trick is, man, you got to get them suckers perfectly true and level.
Yep.
Which is not that big of a trick, because it's a mill and everything's true on it. Once you get that sucker to the left and right, trued up, perfect. Yeah, man. We've milled a few heads down.
Yeah, I just did a cam swap for a guy in a 321, something like that, 14 horse Kohler, and he was telling me, oh yeah, I had the head done and blah blah blah, and had it all milled down. I'm like, I bet you didn't take it down as far as what we do. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, I took it down to the bare minimum. I looked in there. I'm like, no, you didn't. There's still a little lip there at the bottom of that fin.
Nope, got me plugged through.
I said, when you make that sucker smooth with that fin, I said that's when you've milled the head down. Oh, you can't do that because I got a piston pop out. Yeah, you can. You mill the head down, then you have the head relieved a little bit to accept the piston.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, we already had to run an extra gasket in there. I'm like, you milled the head to put an extra gasket in. You're defeating the purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I said you're counteracting. So he was taking little pieces from everybody yakking at him. Oh, you need the piston to pop out. You need this. You need that, and you got to go one way or the other. You either have to have a flat top where it comes flush with the top of the cylinder and mill your head down, or you let it pop out and don't mill your head down. I said, you can't do everything.
Mm-mm.
Well, Johnny was telling me a story about it. Something his dad did on something. They had to put an extra washer or two on the spark plug to keep from the piston hitting the spark plug.
Yep.
Well, my old 39 cubic inch, I couldn't run the E3 spark plugs. The electrode would hit, smash them.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
I had to use regular auto lights and then put indexing washers on it to get the electrode away from the piston.
Okay, like Johnny's daddy did. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Poor Frank, man, I tell you what, he died about 11 years ago, and if that man would still be living today, he would be here telling y'all stories from back in the 50s and the 60s when he was machining, back in the 40s when he was a machinist for World War II. Him and his wife were machinists. That's how they met. That's how Johnny's mom and dad met. They were both machinists.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Thomas pulled a muscle in his chest, so nobody tell any jokes. Thomas? Nobody tell any jokes or anything. So, I mean, well, I've heard tell of guys taking Kohler single cylinders and boring them out big enough to put a small block 350 piston down in them.
Yeah.
That gets the sidewalls of them cylinders pretty thin.
Yep.
I was gonna say nothing left.
Just about, but I mean, you're not mowing the grass with them, so as long as you strap them down and everything.
You're doing record time like Tim Taylor on the Home Improvement with his jet engine, jet lawnmower.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Full Wave Redneck, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
Full Wave Wrecked. What's going on, mon ami?
But,
hey, y'all, won't tell no jokes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna start probably the first of the week here. We're gonna do a will it start. I finally got my old hot stock tractor out of the storage and got it over into the shop area, and we're gonna see if it'll fire up. I haven't started that thing in probably 10 to 12 years, so we're gonna figure out if it's even gonna run. If it does run, we're gonna swap a Cub Cadet transmission into it. Nice, Cajun.
Finally got the arm set up and the rod modified. We milled it down at the machine shop. We milled it down, and it's in operation. You're looking at a happy camper over here. Now I need a ring light. I forgot about the ring light. LED to fit on the bottom of the lens. But that's coming. I'll get it next month, if anything. What's up, Briggs?
What's happening, Briggs?
Hey, Briggs. You got that parasail set up on that boat yet?
He's fixing to leave tomorrow there. Yeah, going cruising.
We're going like this.
On a sea cruise.
Well, if you get behind that boat on a sail, see, and you won't be going like this. You'll just be sitting up there in the air riding around.
I just got back. I just got back from the bar. I just had 8 whiskey sours and 2 beers. We're all prepared.
Damn.
If you can't see, they're a little bloodshot.
Boneyard said he's got some new projects in the works too. Awesome. I always like his projects. So.
I still got to finish that 250cc golf cart I started on over a year ago.
Yeah.
Brand new motor. Ain't never been fired. I was out there looking at it yesterday, and I'm like, man.
You think this is a little pimping for a motel room for one night?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got a full kitchen. Hell, they even gave us a percolator.
Nice.
Damn.
And a full-size refrigerator. But this don't have no beer in it. This ain't right. Nothing in it.
How much a
Even
night?
an ice maker. I don't know. My brother-in-law pays for it.
How many subscribers you got now, Ed?
What's that? How many subscribers?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in just a second. 3,378.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Once I hit the 5,000 mark, it just took off from there.
Yeah.
It felt like forever to get there.
I'm in no big hurry. I have a hard time keeping up sometimes with content and stuff, with working the 40-hour and everything.
I know the feeling all too well.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yep.
You know what's funny? I moved into that big shop, 2 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
The city sent me a letter 2 weeks ago about me running my business out of my house.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised.
I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No clue.
It probably wouldn't have nothing to do with the semi trucks dropping off pallets.
Nah.
Yeah, that's why you're out in the county.
Yeah. And the nice thing about that, having a business away from the house is you walk away from it. You lock the door at night, you go home, you spend time with your family.
Yep.
You don't have people calling you up or knocking on your door. Hey, can I drop this off? Hey, can you fix this for me?
Oh, God.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
I love his heart.
My parents, were the same way. Everybody thought the house right next to our business was ours, and those people would get knocks on their doors all the time.
Yeah.
I just need this or I just need that, and they're like, "Sorry, we don't own the business. We just rent this house, man."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can you get a hold of them? Nope.
I quit working on other people's machines. I just do the internet store and my videos. That's all I do now.
No, the custodian. Yeah.
Working on everybody else's stuff sucks because you can't work on your own.
Right. I get you.
Well, you think about it. That was an old saying that I heard when I was a kid.
I just wish YouTube would take off.
What the old saying was when I was a kid was the mechanic drives the roughest, raggediest daggum car possible. A body shop man, he drives a car that's all primered up, all beat all to hell, and all this stuff. So, in other words, you're always working on somebody else's, so you don't feel like working on your own.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, if you own your own body shop, you get your workers to do your vehicle for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got an email from YouTube saying I might have a issue with the acapella song in my video that I did last night. Briggs was there, and let me see what they said. Oh, it's going to take a bit. Now, anyway, I looked over where they said it was, and there was almost complete silence. Almost complete silence.
Just dispute it, and they'll manually review it and fix it.
No, what it is, it says here, it says may have content that is owned or licensed by Latin Auto Perf and Abramus Digital, but it's still available on YouTube in some cases. You know, ads may appear next to it, you know, in my thing. But you're still making money from this video. Click here to change your monetization settings. This claim is not penalizing your account at all. You can review at the copyright details of your video and create a studio here. So I clicked here and it gives me the time mark and it's about 30 seconds and it says a cappella.
Huh.
Like somebody was singing a song, me or one of my panel members was singing a song without music and like, no, I went to that part and it says right here, channel not affected, public monetization. 1:17:26, 1 hour 17 minutes 26 to 1:18:07. There was just about complete silence. I was reading the chat and East Wing Farms came in and I said, "Hey, East Wing Farms, Mon ami, how you doing?" And then I was reading the chat. I forget if Briggs was there at the time. He was in my panel. And then I said something about, oh yeah, the Primos. That's my cousins. And they had a camp next to my camp on Bayou Champ, Vermilion Bay. That was it. I'm like, wow. Okay, so there's silence there. There's no acapella.
Well,
there's no music, but there's no vocals neither.
Well, like Ben said, Ben said too, that could be, like Ben said, that could be a fake YouTube email if you're clicking on links.
Be careful of those.
Yep.
Oh no, it's YouTube because it brings me in my studio. It shows me where it's at. But it's a full real deal there.
Huh.
Yeah, well, my live streams, the last probably 6 of them I've done, for the first 3 days, been running limited ads. I have no clue why. Click on dispute. 3 days later, it's fine, dandy, goes back to normal. You know.
Well, yeah.
Mine were doing that. Mine were doing that for a long time, and once I disputed them all, they fixed it and quit doing it.
Yeah, it's fine when the stream ends. When I go to bed or whatever, I look at it, before I go to bed to make sure everything was good. I wake up in the morning and it's running limited ads. Hit dispute, and by Wednesday it's back to running full ads.
Yep.
Well, and mine, I got that warning 2 years ago, Ed, or so, and I mean they finally come out with a way for me to get rid of that warning, but you had to answer the questions their particular way, and I mean my beliefs compared to theirs, was different, but I answered them the way YouTube wanted them to. But they still had me on a 90-day hold, so I mean that's why I ain't putting nothing up. I mean,
YouTube is.
I mean that was the only way to get rid of that warning, and really a warning is worse than a strike because it stays forever, and if they catch you doing anything they don't like, they can take your channel down right away. I mean,
well, now they do the strike school. So I got strikes, and I had to go through the strike school. If you go through the strike school, the strikes will come off.
Yeah, but this was a warning and a channel warning, and warnings don't come off unless you go through that new school thing they did.
Yeah,
and then you got to answer the questions exactly the way they want you to answer them, because if you don't answer them that way, they will definitely leave that warning on you, and that warning states that if you do anything that we don't like, you don't even get no strikes. You just we determine it's bad enough, we can take your channel down. So
Yeah, you got to be careful.
it
YouTube
was
is getting
it,
worse.
it
They don't even allow pew pews anymore.
Yep.
not
Well, I wish it would tell me why, what the reasoning is running limited. It just says it's
It
maybe
don't.
unfit. It may be unfit for some sponsors or whatever.
Well, one
Um,
thing I learned is they also go by your chat. If you have anything goofy in the chat, it also does that.
yeah.
Oh, like a curse word in the chat.
Any little thing like that in the chat.
I got certain words blocked from my chat.
hey
I
Wayne.
entered that manually. Like
Yep.
certain cuss
Yeah.
words.
Yep.
Wayne, how you doing?
Hi, Wayne. No, I didn't go live 5 hours ago. That's probably when I put it up that I was gonna go live.
Oh yeah, that's when you set your stream up 5 hours ago,
Yeah.
probably.
Yep.
Well,
I
I took.
haven't done a YouTube live in a very long time.
Yeah, I do them every Sunday just to hang out with my friends, basically.
Yep. I haven't had time.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. I
You
want
might.
to.
What you need to do is set a camera up in the shop and just do a live day stream.
So I was trying to figure out how to hook my security cameras up to the computer and live off of those and let people select, because I have 15 video cameras in my work area,
Invasion of privacy.
surveillance,
Do it.
Yeah,
and it would be cool if people could join live and then select whatever camera they wanted to view.
yeah, that would be cool.
That would be, but I don't know how you could do it.
There has to be some kind of program out there you can run through Studio or something.
There's got to be, because I've seen other people do, like, I've seen other people stream their home security cameras live, and even I watched this one gas station. They stream their security cameras during during the day.
Uh huh.
So there's got to be a way to do it.
Right.
Probably have to do it from my DVR to a video capture device.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, Wayne said I cursed him. He got a Harbor Freight credit card and a members club.
Nah, he's gonna be
I don't even
spending
want to
less
talk
money
about. I don't even
every
want to talk
visit.
about Harbor Freight. Them guys rob me every time I go in there.
Yeah, you pick up too much stuff and put it
You
on the
do.
counter.
Yeah.
There we go, gentlemen. We back.
Hey, Briggs.
Well,
I've seen those streams you were talking about where people can they just well
Yeah.
Lucky used to do that from his shop. He'd set his laptop up with his webcam and set it up in the corner of his shop and just live stream 4 or 5 hours whatever he was doing that day.
Yep. I thought about I'm gonna look into it, especially with me doing all these builds.
Yeah.
The only crappy part is that I'm doing these builds, I'm also recording it for a full video.
Right.
So I don't want people to see me doing all the goofy crap that I got to do to make a good video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the wizardry.
Yeah.
All that fancy editing, huh?
Yeah.
That's like when I'm building something. I'm half the time I'm sitting there just staring at it, like figuring the stuff out, figuring it out in my head.
Yeah.
And I got the cardboard and crayons sitting there to scribble stuff on.
When you make a video and you edit it together and put it on YouTube, it makes it look like you know what you're doing.
No, it don't.
If they watch you live, they get to see all the crap that you don't know, and you're looking in books, writing stuff down,
or spending 15 minutes looking for that tool you just had in your hand.
That's right.
2 seconds
right.
ago.
Especially that 10 millimeter.
Hey, Sam.
Hi, Sam. Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, I do a lot more sitting and staring than I do working, and
I do too.
But
Man, what is that?
half of my
Something sweets, embassy sweets.
I got man's
Oh,
best enemy in
candlewood.
my shop. I got a couch down there.
well, I just cleaned my shop out. It's the I have the most room since I moved in there. Um, and my ex future son in law is the one to help me clean it out. He's like, Pop, you got room for a recliner out here now. I'm like, no, I don't. Because if I put a recliner out here, then I'd have to have a hot pad. I got
Yep.
I got heat in a TV. I said I'd never go in the house. He's like,
No.
there ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm like, I have to shower and I have to go to the bathroom. So, you know.
That and out in the garage, you're out there to get stuff done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Not
I'll
take naps.
run a crocodile.
Did you see that on my Facebook?
I like having my TV out there because I do put YouTube on, and that's where I get caught up on a lot of people's videos. Is
Yep.
out there while working on my stuff.
My problem is I got a stereo system in the shop, but I can't use it because YouTube don't like music.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Matter of
If you
fact,
have a license, they do.
Yeah.
well, matter of fact, when I was cleaning the shop out, I actually disconnected the stereo I had out there.
Right.
I've got a little Bluetooth speaker. If I want to stream, if I want some music, I'll just get the Bluetooth speaker and throw some on, and
Yep.
Yeah, because they got the library of the non-copyright music you can play.
yeah. But that's not
And
the
then
stuff.
sometimes you got to watch it.
Yeah, that's not the stuff I like to listen to.
No.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't like royalty free music to jam to.
No, I like the stuff I like the stuff that makes your blood curl and will wake you up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night.
That's right.
Welcome to the jungle.
Throw a little Lamb of God on, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Third Eye Blind, Megadeth.
Yep.
What's that one? Five Finger Death.
Five Feather Death Punch. Yep.
Yeah,
Mud
Five
Pain.
Finger Death Punch. That's it.
Yep.
I like
They
the Who.
did a remake of an old song, and they made a hit with it. I mean, it was actually, I liked it. It was actually a good. I liked the way they did it. You know,
Me
I
and the
forget the
wife
name of
went.
it right quick.
Me and the wife went pawn shop hopping yesterday. We ain't set foot in a pawn shop in a couple of years. Walked in to the one up in North Golden Pond. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't want to give the location, not
Right.
on the
Right.
internet, but anyway, we walked in there. They had a bunch of brand new unopened Snap-on tools. I got a brand new screwdriver set. Was it $300? What are they on the truck? Like 7?
Yeah.
And I got the feeler gauge set with the handles.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new unopened for $100.
Wow.
Good deal.
They had a bunch more stuff in there, but I was like, I don't need half the stuff.
Right.
And then we went to another one, and I got a Sony camera for $200.
Awesome.
Yeah, a ZV-1. Dude, that's less than one of my GoPros.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying to find some kind of camera setup that I can set up at the end of the track, because half the time I don't have somebody there with me that can video my pull. I get everybody else's hooks, but I don't get mine or my class.
Right.
So I've been kind of looking around to see if there's something I can get that would be that has autofocus, but it'll shoot 300 feet, and good, and take a decent video.
What about a 360 camera hooked to the front of your tractor?
I was looking at those too. I was looking at the Insta 360s.
So I have a 360 camera that I don't even use. You can borrow it anytime you need it. It's on a pole that will clamp to anything.
Well, I got to check with the guys that are putting the pool on. We can only have so much. We can only have stuff so far out from the front of the tractor.
Ah,
You know,
And
it's a
Well-
total from the center of the rear axle to the very furthest forward is 8 feet. I want to find out. You know, I'm putting an Instagram or an Insta camera out there. It weighs what, a third of a pound.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
ounces.
Will you allow that if I stick it out there? 6 feet in front of that bar.
Right.
You know.
Well, see, the good thing about a 360 camera is you don't have to stick it out that far. You can stick it straight up.
Yeah. But I'm just afraid if I don't get it out far enough that it's just going to be either shooting like straight down at me.
So it's weird how they work, but trust me, you could stick it straight up and it'll make it look like it's 300 feet away from the direction. It takes all the cameras and puts all the foot. It's weird.
the biggest problem you'd have, Ed, is getting them old codgers to move. They know that you're sitting there filming, and then they pull their daggone tractors and they stand there and talk in front of you. That's the biggest thing I see about what's wrong with having trying to do them pulls with. But.
Well, I think I might have that covered. I did pick up a new used tripod. The base plate itself is 6.5 feet off the ground.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
It's meant for a professional like video camera type setup deal. So yeah, it's. I mean, you can. I mean, if you spread the legs all the way out, it's about 6 feet. But if you bring the legs in a little bit, it's 6.5 feet off the ground. So you should be able to get over top of just about everybody.
Shit, Ed. Let me know when you're going pulling next. I'll bring the big camera out. I'll get you.
It won't be till next spring. So
When it's warm out.
yeah, methanol engines don't like to run real well under 40 degrees.
No.
That last daggone pull he was filming though, they stood out there. I mean, they stayed open for half the time, but whenever the bigger tractors and stuff got in there, it started pulling. Here, them two old codgers stood right there. They parked the tractor right in front of him, and all you could see was them two old codgers standing there talking to each other. So.
And they know I video.
Yeah.
You know, they know I video to put it up on the internet, and they just don't care.
They shouldn't care because it's good advertisement.
Right. But it is what it is. So.
Yep.
Now, if you went to one of those television affairs, then they probably have something to say about it. But
Paul could tell him what to do.
Boy, it's nice weather down here today. We're at 85.
Yeah.
Not bad. I think I'm at like 75. Oh, 63 right now.
About 6 months from now, we'll be back up there.
Well, if you hear it, hopefully no boats will be sinking in the Caribbean this week because that's where I'll be tomorrow. So
keep an eye out.
Yep, keep an eye. If you see a boat sinking, you'll know where. You'll make sure it ain't. If you hear of a dog howling, because my dog is with me, you'll know why.
I'll call the Coast Guard. I'll call the Coast Guard. Don't worry.
So, all right, guys, we've hit our hour. I appreciate it. Thank you, RNG, for the awesome donation to the channel. I do to hang out with you and bullshit with you, man.
Yeah.
I just think things are.
He keeps freezing.
Now it starts freezing up.
Okay. Well, must be telling me that it's been my hour. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you all next week.
All right, we'll see you, buddy. Have
Good night,
fun.
everybody.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I'll see you next week.